I don't know why it doesn't turn up. I don't know. Mic auxiliary. Logitech webcam. Turn that off. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello, hello. God, it's been ages since I've done a live stream. This is like completely ad hoc. The only reason I'm doing this is so basically an update. Hey Shabam, nice to see you again. Basically just an update video I'm about to post, and I figured while I'm here doing a bit of work, I'll just go live stream in case anyone wants to have a chat. In case anyone wants to know anything Tableau. It is almost the new year, which is just crazy. Hey Aaron, how's it going? Nice to see you guys. Let's go back to what I was posting. So that's all the live stream backend stuff. So I'll put that over here. All right, so let's put that over here. How is everyone? Let's put that there. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, in this video, I'll explain. I was actually missing for about 3 weeks. Not like police-wise. I wasn't arrested or anything crazy like that. It was just I had injured my neck, and I pretty much it was so sad. I couldn't work. Well, I could work, but barely. So I would go on the computer, work for about 30 minutes, and then I'd have to take a break. It was just annoying. It was one of those like it wasn't so painful that I was, debilitated. It was just like, man, like stuck on the couch doing stretches. I couldn't record or film any videos or anything like that. And also I can't get this damn webcam to work. I don't know, for some reason it's not recognizing. This is my webcam setting. And this software is just such a pain in the ass. It's the only way to really do live stream though, which is kind of annoying. Configure video camera control. I don't know why it's not working. I don't think any other software I'm using is actually using it. But for this one, unfortunately, I can't do any webcam stuff, which is a bit annoying. But that's okay. So yeah, this is actually the video here that I'm about to post up. So you guys can see some of the behind the scenes. Interestingly, like, when you do YouTube videos or Udemy stuff, the fun part is filming it. Like filming it's like the best part, but it's also the last part. After you plan what you're gonna say, you come up with the content, you put it all together. You gotta come up with, the description, the title, the thumbnails. You gotta put together all the links. You gotta check all that, all the tags, playlists. You gotta set all that up, all the elements, things like the end screen tags and all that kind of stuff. Then you gotta do all your analytics. The filming is the fun part. So I'll happily do all that extra stuff if it means I get to do the filming. So this is like a behind the scenes look at, kind of creating content, what it's like. So if anyone's ever interested in becoming a YouTuber and all that kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff you got to do. So let's get rid of some of these links. All right, and I was watching some Joe Rogan, Elon Musk stuff. So let's put that there. How's everyone else going? How's everyone's 2020 experience? It's probably really sucks. Probably similar to mine. Just holed up at home for pretty much the whole year. I think I have been worked from home since March, which just feels like forever. So I think I'm possibly going back to work, physically back to work. I think end of January, which will be great. Um, yeah, that would be awesome. Where is the video? Video, here it is. Video is currently active. I just don't know why this video is not coming up. It's so annoying. Logitech webcam. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Who knows? Anyways, let's do this. If you guys got any questions or anything you want me to cover while I'm here, feel free to get in touch. It is like 2 a.m. here in Australia, so it's kind of like the only time I can actually really work on this kind of stuff, so which is kind of crazy. You just gotta do long hours, man. That's what it takes. So let's get the title for this. So this is really called Tableau Training Update, Udemy Course Overhaul. What else do we call this? What's a good name? Tableau Training, Udemy Overhaul, SkillShare Upgrade, new videos. What else can we say? Tableau Training videos and massive discounts. Alright, I think that'll do. Okay, so that's that. We need a thumbnail, so I use Adobe Spark for that. Okay, let's go Adobe Spark. Okay, we have a thumbnail here already. So let's do this one. Alright, let's do this. And I'm basically just checking the sizing. So resize. Oh, it's already at 1280, 720. It's like a YouTube setting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out. Let's do a new one. Just do a post. What video or what picture can we do? So let's go resize. We'll look for YouTube. Okay, I freaking love this program. It's so good. And we need to do a sort of like a I don't know, some sort of thumbnail or something like that. What's a good one? This is the most annoying part. I'm not an artistic guy, so I gotta kind of figure this out each time, which kind of gets a bit annoying. But I don't know what's a good one. Stop me if you see one that's good. Let's see. Let's see. I guess we can do. What are we gonna call this? Or unless we just use the same one. I don't want to. It's not really a course. It's not really a training video though. I think. Let me think. Is that a good idea? Yeah. You know what we'll do? We will kind of cheat this a little bit. Let's go back. I'm gonna duplicate this one. We can get rid of this. Delete. I'm trying to be better with keeping all this organized. I created so many mini projects here. Delete. Okay. Let's duplicate this one. Okay, let's call this live stream. Okay. Let it do its thing. Yeah, this is the part that gets kind of, it's a bit of a killer when it comes to creating content. You know, it's just so much, so many little things that you got to do that you don't really think about. Like, you know, if it was as easy as you just pick up a camera and you start recording, that's great, but it's really not. It's really not that simple. It's a lot of little things. Don't get me wrong, I love doing this and love teaching and everything like that. Um, and I wish there was a way. To be honest, like I've streamlined a lot of things that make it easier. Um, but there's obviously things I want to still as a fly. There's still things I want to upgrade a lot. So I'm thinking of going Adobe Premiere for some of the recording stuff. And there's a mosquito in my room. So let's change the picture here. Replace. Let's see what's a good one. It really should be a picture of me, because I think I did that last time. I don't know where the I have to go through my downloads to find that picture. It's gonna take a while. Hopefully I get lucky. Let's see. Ooh, we can use this photo. What do you guys think? This was from a mate of mine actually did this. Actually, we'll do that because I don't really want to spend too much time on this. So let's replace this photos. Let's go upload photo. Let's go in here. When was it? Okay, so let's go. Oh, there's the live stream one I used. But let's use my forest version of me. Let's see how that looks. Forest Jed. Let's see. Okay, so that's there. We can get rid of this one. We can put this in the bottom. Okay. Let's go maybe like that. We'll make this. I don't know if. Yeah, maybe I'll make this a bit bigger. And then I can go closer to the right. There we go. And if we make this a little bit brighter, how do we make this brighter? Image, design, colors, animation, background. Nope. Here filters. I think. Yeah. I love this app. Like if you're not as artistic, if you're not artistic like me, there's so much you can do with this app. So if we lighten this, so the idea is I used to do a lot of dark, like this. Oh, wait, like this. I'll show you. And then make the text bright, you know. But the thing is, it's a bit too. It became a bit too dark, and you don't really want to give like a, you know, a really dark feel to the content. So I started going the other way, which is make this really bright and then make this dark. So we can do that, and then let's do. Let's copy this over. All right, so Udemy Overhaul. We'll go plus massive discounts because you got to get something that gets people wanting to come in and have a look. So let's do that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, what's this? This is new. Oh, I've seen that before. Ah, that's annoying to read. Let's do this one. See, I don't like how it's kind of jagged. I do like that shape stuff. Course overhaul plus massive discounts. Okay, spacing. Do that. I don't like the tint. Let's just make it a bit lighter. So it looks like I'm coming down from heaven. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't really want to spend too much time on this. Because this is the stuff that kills you time-wise. You gotta imagine, like, if I'm doing, let's say I'm filming, so I do 3 videos every week. But you don't want to film a video per day. You want to be like filming content in advance. So like for example, if I'm filming a whole month's worth, I need to film like 12 videos, which means I got to set it all up, do all the content, stuff like that. But that also means I got to create 12 thumbnails. So you want to do like a massive, like, because also I got a job, you know, and I do other things on the side as well. So you can't be doing a lot of this all the time. You're usually strapped for time. So you gotta be as efficient as possible also to have it fit into your lifestyle, you know. Um, we should make it super blurry. I think that'll be good. I think that's fine. For me, that's fine. So then what we do is we download this Udemy course overhaul plus massive discounts. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Oh no, not transparent. I don't want transparent. Let's go solid color. Yes, allow. Okay, so we get the live stream. All right, so then we come back in here. Let's go and update thumbnail. I'm gonna pick that new thumbnail. See how it looks. There we go. We're gonna go in here. I think it's called Tableau live stream. So look how many playlists I had to set up and organize. Yeah, lots of little things. Okay, so that's there. More options. Okay, here we go. So so here we're gonna copy all this out. I think I have to go from the top. Here we go. I'm gonna go into Notepad. Bring that back in. Okay, so bring that in here. And basically what I want to do is you just want to add some tags. I don't usually do a lot of SEO analysis and stuff like that, just because it's kind of boring and pain in the ass. I did a little bit to kind of help it along. These are like the highest ranking words, but then you also want to add things that are like super specific. So Udemy course, let's say Udemy training, discounts, overhaul, something like that. This is not necessarily something that like a new student would be searching for. Like, I mean, if you've never heard of me before or you never done anything Tableau, you're not going to be typing Udemy course overhaul. You're never going to type it out. This is really just an update to people who are, existing students, just to let people know kind of what's going on. All right, so add a comment there, copy this out, come back in here, clear it out, copy paste. So we're back in. This stuff we'll leave. Video elements, end screen element, add cards, and we don't do any of that. Maybe I'll add, the only thing I'll add is maybe a playlist to the entire Tableau playlist at the very end. So just add that to the very end here. Save. Okay. End screen element. Nah, don't need it for this one. Next. Let's go public. So usually I set it up with a schedule and I'll do, like, let's say if I film videos, I think I'm set to start releasing videos on the 6th, I think. Right, so videos will start releasing. I've got video content all the way up until the 15th, I think. But I really want to try and have it like 1 to 2 months in advance. That way it's like if something happens in my life where I'm like, I have to go travel, I'm going to go on holiday, or, I'm really, really busy with work, I'll go to longer hours, or I'm dealing with my investments and stuff like that. You don't want your students to kind of miss out. So I've been trying to do that a lot more. So let's do that. So schedule this. Bang. All right. So that's live in a few minutes. So let's copy that out for anyone who wants to kind of check that out. We're going to copy this. Then we're going to go close. I'm going to create a post. All right. So you can see how much work goes into just a single video. So we're going to go add video. Oh, not from my thing. Oh, no, you can do it. So we're going to type that in. Search. Hopefully I can find it. Yep. So there's the new video we just posted. I'm going to post that in there. So we're just going to put a really nice comment to everyone. Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I feel so weird saying Merry Christmas to a global stage. I don't know if you can say global. I only got a few thousand subscribers, but not everyone celebrates Christmas. So, but it's just like something you say at this time, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Been planning this overhaul, which feels like I've been thinking about it for months now. And in this video, I'll show you all the latest videos, topics, strategies, techniques for the coming year. All right, I'll add the link there. Visibility, public, and post. All right, so that's now live as well. What else we got to do? All right, so now that we have this link, okay, we are going to go into Udemy. All right, so let's bring that over here. Let's just get to the announcements page. All right, So let's bring this up here. Okay, so from here, this is where you do all your announcements. Um, so let's see how we go. So usually what I do is I just copy the previous one, compose a new one. I try and do this every week. This is something you can't schedule, which is a bit annoying, but that's okay. So let's go select all eligible courses. Let's do start date. I usually set this to 2014 because that's when I started. Can you believe I started Udemy 2014? January 11th from memory. Yeah, such a long time ago. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, so Tableau, new topics, new videos, complete overhaul. All right. I'm gonna go in this previous one. Usually what I do is I'll just copy this just to save time because I am exhausted. I've been working all day. So, and the thing is also like, I mean, I've got about 2,500 subscribers now. I mean, if you look at a lot of other people on YouTube, you know, we're talking millions and all that kind of stuff. And if you're thinking about becoming a YouTuber, if you do it to get subscribers, you're gonna have a terrible time. It's a terrible experience. If your only thing is to get as many likes as you can and as many subscribers and views and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna lose your mind because it's not really what it's about, right? The providing great videos and content and stuff that people enjoy and learn from, that's what it's about. Getting heaps of views and more subscribers is the result of doing great work, not the other way around. So, you know, I always try and remind myself of that. It's obviously not always easy because it is sometimes a lot of work, and a lot of the times when you're beginning with all this stuff, there's no compensation, right? You're not gonna suddenly make $1 million. It happens very slowly. Same with Udemy. Like I remember in 2014 when I started in January, I filmed my course several months later. So probably by April, May, I published the course. I didn't make my first dollar until about September that year, and it was like $7.30. I remember waking up on a Saturday and it was like $7.30 or something like that. And I was so happy. I was like, I can't believe someone spent money on something I created, you know? And it took years to get it to the point where I'm like, wow, it's actually making decent money. So now it's at a point where I'm like, it's made way more money than I thought. When I was only doing Excel, I struggled for ages, and then I started teaching Tableau, and that did way better. And then from there, it was enough money for me to be like, okay, I can really take this seriously and do something with this. And then I take a lot of that money and, you know, reinvest it into this, invest some of it into actual investments and stocks and all that kind of stuff, and then eventually into property and real estate and stuff like that. So you don't need a huge amount. And also, like, yeah, going back to the number of subscribers, it's not about having 1 million subscribers necessarily. It's about having your group of subscribers, maybe a few hundred, and they really like your stuff, and that's who you're making it for. That's it. You know, that's it. That you just got to set realistic expectations, especially when you're just starting. So, okay, here we go. So let's do this. Hey all, proud to announce that the overhaul has begun. That means new videos, revised videos, new content, wide range of topics, all the new features from the latest Tableau versions, and more. In this video, I'll go through the plan for 2021 and give you a chance, and give you a chance to let me know which topics you'd also like me to cover. Okay, so do that. All right, do that. Do I still have the, nope. So go back to here again. Let's go content. let's go here. Where is it? Live stream? Is it live stream? No, not live stream. Here, scheduled. Why is it scheduled? It's not scheduled. Ah, did I not? I think I was testing. Okay, let's go publish. It should be live. Okay, let's go here, get shareable link. Come back in here. We add URL. And then we're gonna go Tableau. So YouTube, Tableau Overhaul. Okay, insert, make that bold, copy, paste it here. And we're also going to go back in here, get the shareable link again, paste, save. That's pretty much it. Okay, prod announce, educational announcement, new videos, new content. Okay. Send, then check all the links. Yes, it's all to YouTube, it's fine. Okay, that is it. Okay, so that's the announcement. That's the video. It is live. Now I can pretty much go to bed. What else do we need to do? That is pretty much it. So in case you guys are wondering, where is it? Let me bring up the actual course content. So course builder. Yeah, it's a lot of content. Like the course is currently 22 hours. It's gonna be way bigger than that when I'm done. It's gonna be humongous. Which I don't know how I feel about it. I don't want to bombard people with too much, but I don't want people to pay more. Originally, I had some ideas and some advice from people that, oh, if you make a course and then sell it to people, and then make another course and then make money off them again. I don't know how I feel about that. I know it's kind of the right thing to do marketing wise, but I don't know. This year kind of told me that if you're doing well in life, you got to help someone else out because they're probably not doing well. And I've been in that position before where I wasn't doing well, and it was nice to have people just help you out, because you just needed to get back on your feet. So that's kind of how I see Tableau. So you can see that this covers a hell of a lot of topics. So I'm actually introducing additional software to the training. So the existing Udemy course, which is, let me find it, this one, right? It's already got heaps of topics here. So let's open this far out. How many sections? It's humongous. Yeah. There are some things I really don't like about this. They've actually compressed the layout, which is really cool. Um, there are things I don't like about this course after the fact, but because it's sort of like the skeleton design, which means kind of it's your first run through the entire course. So you're not going to get it perfect, but if you try and wait to get it perfect, then you'll never finish. So the goal was to finish it and have it. And then now you're like, okay, I like this, I don't like this. Even students will tell you, I don't like certain parts, or I wish you organized this better and stuff like that. There's ebooks and stuff. Okay, what else? Da, 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 da. So you can see there's heaps of topics. There were some days where I was just like so over it because it's exhausting. But when it's done, you're just like, ah, good. And then you start hearing feedback and people are like, thanks, and it's helped my job. And you're like, cool, cool. That's all you do it for. Yeah, so you can see there's heaps here. So we'll go back. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be adding other topics. I'm not sure about the Ultrix one yet, but hopefully I can add some of that. I think this is good enough though at the beginning stages, and it's kind of hard to show some of the other stuff. So, like for example, connecting to SAP, for example, like SAP, um, NetWeaver and stuff like that, or connecting to Salesforce, or connecting to Oracle, or AWS, Azure, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to teach that and demo, not because it's hard to do. The reason it's hard is because, well, you need to demonstrate it, which means you need to have an actual AWS site or a Azure site or SAP system set up to actually test it. But as an individual, you simply don't have that. It doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really happen. But obviously, you can do it in my professional career. Yeah, I do it. But that's because I have access to those systems professionally, but I can't exactly, show that on YouTube. It would be bad. So, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So there's gonna be some of that. There's heaps of other topics, like specific things that they have done to Tableau that are different. So those will be some new features. So I've gone through some of the changes. I'm not going to teach every single thing because some of them are kind of like, I don't know if they're super useful. Sometimes they're just minor fixes and stuff that maybe not everyone wants to know. These are more like the things that I looked at and I was like, okay, these are practical. These are things that I'm probably going to use like in my actual job, right? And that's really what this is about. It's like, how do you become better at your job? And then there's like other categories here as well. So um, professional analytics, so things like rolling out projects, creating solutions, self-service analytics, costing, pricing, kind of all the other kind of the business things. So like if you're kind of a senior leader in your company and you're going, well, do we need a BI suite? What are the other competitors? How do we do this? There's a lot of little things that you got to work out, and it's not always so clear cut. Personal analytics is probably my favorite topic, just because this is stuff I live and breathe. This is what I do day in day out. My girlfriend is so just, I think, over me talking about taxes and stuff like that, and but I love talking about that stuff. Personal finances, things like mapping out, and I've been doing this since I think it was like maybe 2013. I think I started doing this in Excel, and the idea was like when the reason I would do personal finance and do that stuff is because in 2013 or 2012 I got my first kind of real job, right? And I was making like I think it was like 60K a year or something as a contractor. So I didn't have any annual leave or sick leave or anything like that. And I was still living at home and I made all this money, all right? So I made like 60 grand. And by the end of the year, I had like $1,000 or less in savings. I was like, where the hell did my money go? Right? But when you're really young, I think I was like maybe 23, 24. Not even when you're young, even older people I've noticed, like we don't have really any financial education. So you kind of have to figure it out on your own. So books like, Barefoot Investor are like fantastic books for Australians. You got Tony Robbins' Money Master the Game, primarily kind of involves more like investing and retirement, that kind of stuff, um, which is fantastic. Like you got to really read these books. But even back then, I was already putting things into Excel and going, where did my money go? Trying to figure it out, trying to figure out ways to actually set up my accounts and allocate things. And I was getting paid weekly, so it was a little bit easier. And then eventually I got a job that got paid monthly, and that was a nightmare. Getting paid monthly sucks because you get paid at the start of the month and then you pay your expenses and all that kind of stuff. And if by halfway through the month you screw it up, you have no money for 2 weeks, and it's not when it's your first time, it's a bit of a pain. So after years of like trying to work it out and figuring out best ways to do it, and Barefoot Investor was a massive help. Like it went from having no idea how much I had to now where it's like I don't even have to worry about it. And yes, I make more money from my job, but after taxes, not substantially more. So it wasn't that I doubled my income or tripled my income or quadrupled it. It's that my understanding of money, because I can visualize and understand how it goes and where it distributes and all that kind of stuff, has evolved, has changed, and you can take a lot of that knowledge like for the rest of your life, teach your kids, teach your friends, which I do, and all that. And then from there, it extended into, analyzing stocks and companies and investing and superannuation, and which I think in America, what do they call them? 401ks, I think it's called. You know, you can start learning a lot of that stuff and planning it. And it's really fascinating to be like, okay, as an Australian, we have something called superannuation, which is basically every time you get paid, a little portion goes to this superannuation fund. And then this fund takes that money and invests it to grow it for your retirement so that by the time you reach 70, you have enough money to retire, right? And then just live your days. But when you start doing the math of it and you start looking at how that thing was put together, it's not as amazing as it actually is. You should, like, I think it's very important to kind of go in there and start thinking about, well, what are they actually doing with my money? Most people don't even want to think about it. They're too like, yeah, I've got too many things to think about. But it's sort of like once you understand it, you don't really have to spend too much time on it. And then that led to, oh crap, I don't think it's as good as it is. I need to make extra cash. And that was back in 2013, 2014, where I was like, I need to make extra cash. But then, like, I didn't know how, So then I started like an eBay business. I started selling things, all sorts of things. And then I pretty much ended up on Udemy. And then from Udemy, I slowly kind of kept working at it, kept working at it. There was a few years where I really just didn't because life, and then I was doing like a PhD for a while. So if you ever want to feel stressed and busy and feel like you have no life, do a PhD. It's just, some people love it and have a great experience. My cousin's doing a PhD in, I think, biomedical science, and she's loving it. She's on her way to getting her PhD. I think for me, near the end, I was just like, I can't live like this. So then I left. So, anyways, I can go all day about talking about this stuff. And the latest thing I've been reading and researching and stuff like that is how tax works, not just in Australia, but like globally. The how tax came to be is such a fascinating topic. It can sound so boring for a lot of people, but some of the fundamental questions of why do we actually have tax, right? What's the whole reason of taxes? And you can say it's like, oh, to build roads and schools and pay police officers and stuff. It's like, okay, but you got to go a bit deeper than that. Why is there tax in the first place? Right? Where did it start? What? So from what I read, it was like back in the war. It was really only during war times that you really had tax. So, um, and it was a way for the government to raise funds for for war and all that because you need extra cash. But apart from that, you didn't really need it. And then the government found out that like, okay, if we can we can't just ask for tax for no reason, and we have to reward people who contribute to the economy, but we want them to contribute in certain ways. So by giving tax incentives for certain things, we can steer the economy to certain types of growth. That's why like entrepreneurs and business owners and people who invest in real estate and create affordable housing, they get so many tax write-offs. It's not illegal. You can say it's like it's not patriotic to pay for taxes and stuff like that, but look at the whole picture and you'll start understanding it's like patriotism aside, you're actually doing a service for your country, which is why you get rewarded, which makes sense, right? Anyway, I can go all day about that. Career analytics, which talks about, you know, career planning, certification, how do you go from day zero to kind of where you are. So I went from not being trained in analytics at all, getting paid obviously like really, really low or not even being eligible for jobs at all. There was one year I applied for like 311 jobs. That was a terrible year. And then as I got better at what I did, I started understanding how to apply for jobs, how the interview process works. And it helps to be on the other end of things, that you are doing the interviewing. Because then you understand the experience, that it's more than just the resume, it's more than just the cover letter, it's more than just the interview itself. There's a million tiny little things when it comes to interviews and finding jobs that come together to how people get jobs. And you only have to study the people who get jobs all the time. I have a colleague um, who doesn't have any problem getting jobs. And not necessarily a genius or anything, but then I have other people who are really, really smart who, for the life of me, can't ever get jobs. So what, why, right? There's a why question in there. So once you start studying it, then you start realizing there are certain things that people do that help them get jobs. So anyways, there's a lot more in there. Tableau Revolution, which is basically rolling it out into a corporation, techniques for that, and then mass and heaps of case studies, which I've been adding to, which are like real life situations for analysis and all that. So, um, yeah, that is pretty much it. And I think I'm gonna go to bed because it's like 2 a.m. I am exhausted working all day, and the video is up and running. So if you guys want to check that out, by all means. But until then, I think I'm gonna sign off. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. Had a great time. Ready for the new year, New Year celebrations. Ready for 2021. I read this one thing before I go that someone typed this. Like, didn't you notice that 2021 is spelled like this? 2021. Basically, you survived. You made it through 2020. So it'll be interesting to see what 2021 has to bring. But until then, thanks everyone, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.